Class we were doing the topic of surface area and surface area in Cartesian form was done in the previous class, and I also uploaded the lecture on the YouTube.
एक नंबर के दो नंबर कितने थोड़ा मन कर धन्यवाद।
So let us continue our topic. We have to do the questions related to surface area for parametric equations. So let us continue with that. How to do, how to find out the surface area for the parametric equations of the revolutions of a solid about any axis, whether x-axis or y-axis. This is we have to do today's class. Let us continue. So surface area for parametric equations. This is we have to do now, and clear. It means the equation should be in parameter form. Earlier we have done the formula whether the x or y is varying from a to b, that is 2 pi y ds. And earlier we do either we take in the denominator dx or we take in the denominator dy. But now in this we shall take a parameter dt into dt, and you will integrate with respect to t. Now the question is how to find out ds over dt. So there is the formula to calculate ds over dt, that is by dx over dt whole square plus dy over dt whole square root. So this is the formula by which we can calculate ds over dt. This is the formula by which we can calculate ds over dt. Suppose the question come for polar form. Okay, we shall discuss it later for the polar equations. Now let us do an example for this formula, or when the equation is in parametric form. They are saying that find out the surface area of a solid generated by the revolution of the curve, that is x raised to power 2 by 3 plus y raised to power 2 by 3 is equal to a raised to power 2 by 3 about x-axis. And this is actually the shape of the figure is like this. Plot it. This will be the curve for this equation. This is the horizontal axis, x-axis, and this is the vertical axis, y-axis. This is on the negative side, and this is also on the negative side of y. So it is clear that at this point it is 0, and at this point it is pi by 2 in the first quadrant. Now the question is, this is the equation in Cartesian form, so name it the equation as number 1. So you have to revolve it about x-axis and find out the surface area of the solid of a revolution. But the question is the parametric form. Clearly, by putting x is equal to a cos cube t and y is equal to a sine cube t, this equation is very much satisfied. It means these are the parametric equations for this equation. You can remember these. Now, it means you have to find out the surface area by using this formula. and calculate ds over dt by using this formula. So the question is, let us find out ds over dt, and the formula is ds over dt is equal to under root of dx over dt whole square plus dy over dt whole square. This is the formula we have. And what is the dx over dt? Mean
सर
its
लाइक कर
value.
रहा है सर।
Yes. क्या कह रहे हैं मनीष?
सर स्क्रीन जो आप लिख रहे सर, जो आप लिख रहे हैं वो सर नहीं चल रहा सर, लाइक कर रहा है।
लाइक कर रहा है?
लैग कर रहा है
बोल रहा है।
स्क्रीन दिख नहीं रहा आपको?
सर जो आप लिख रहे हैं वो नहीं हो रहा सर, a cos क्यूब t तक ही है बस।
नहीं, अब
इसके आगे
आप
कुछ
सभी
नहीं
के साथ
दिख
ये प्रॉब्लम हो रही है? सभी के साथ हो रही है?
नो सर।
सभी को नहीं है ये। मुनीष आप चेक करिए, एक बार लॉग आउट करके फिर दोबारा ज्वाइन करिए।
ओके सर।
मनीष एक बार लेफ्ट करके फिर दोबारा ज्वाइन करिए। ओके, ज्वाइन करो दोबारा से, आपको ये प्रॉब्लम नहीं आएगी। सो यू नीड टू फाइंड आउट द डेरिवेटिव dx over dt. So differentiate equation number 2 and equation number 3 with respect to t. First of all, differentiate equation number 2 with respect to t. So this come out to be 3a cos square t, and the derivative of cos is minus sin t. So it come out to be minus 3a cos square t into sin of t. This is the derivative. Similarly, we can find out the derivative from equation number 3 with respect to t, that is 3a sine square t into cos of t. Now, this will be the derivative of these two terms. And from these derivative terms, you can find out ds by dt by substituting the values here. So it come out to be 9a square sine 4t into cos okay, this is a cos 4t, 9a square into cos 4t into sine square t plus 9a square into sine 4t into cos square t. Ultimately, we should have 9a square into cos square t square root. You can apply the formula because inside there may have you will get sine square cos square t sine square t. In bracket we should have cos square t plus sine square t, and because this value is 1, so you can use the value. Square root of 9 is 3, square root of a square is a. This is cos of t into sine of t. So this is the ds over dt. So by the formula we have been able to find out ds over dt. Now you can find out the required surface or surface area. So required surface area, that is what you need to do, the formula is 2 pi y ds over dt into dt. This is we need to use, and you can substitute the value. And one more thing, this is you have to revolve about x-axis, and it is clear this is x-axis we have, this one. So when you revolve it about x-axis, you need to find out the surface area within the limits. The limits are at this angle, at this point, this one, you should have a 0, and at this point we should have a pi. So you can mark even this is point A, and suppose this is point A dash, and at point A we have t is equal to 0, and at point A dash t is equal to pi. So ultimately we can write down the limits, and substitute the limits in the integral that come out to be 0 to pi. 2 pi, the value of y can be substituted here, and the value of y is a sine cube t. You can check from the parametric equation. This is the parametric equation number 3. The value of y is a sine cube t, can be substituted, and the value of ds over dt is this. So you can substitute 3a cos of t into sine of t into dt when the limits 0 to pi. So it come out to be this one. This is 2 3s are 6. Pi is common, a square is common. Inside we should have 0 to pi, and we have sine 4t into cos of t dt. And we all know that sine 4t and cos t is an even function in this interval, and sine t, although sine t is an odd function, but because there is a raised to power 4, or you can say that sine of a pi minus t raised to power 4, ultimately it come out to be same value in this interval. So this is an even function also, even into even. So you can use the even property by making the twice of it and converting the limit into half of that. So this is the procedure to find out or use the limit formula. This formula was done in 10+2 class. We have already used this formula. Now this is sine function, and the derivative of sine is cos is also there. So this is 12 pi a square sine 5t over 5 can be written. This is from 0 to pi by 2. So this is 12 pi a square upon 5. This will be the value, because for upper limit pi by 2, it come out to be sine pi by 2, 1. And for lower limit 0, sine of 0 is 0. So you should have 12 pi a square upon 5. So this is the required surface area for this curve when you revolve it about the horizontal axis. So by this way, we can compute the surface area in the parametric equations also. Now, one more formula is there when you have to find out surface area for polar equations. So, surface area polar equations. Polar equations we already know in terms of r and theta. So the formula for computing the surface area is 2 pi y. In place of t, we shall use theta. This will be the only change. And these are the limits of theta from alpha to beta. And how to compute this value? This is important. ds over d theta. Remember this formula. This is r square plus dr over d theta whole square. So this is the formula to compute ds over d theta. And you all know x is r cos theta, y is r sin theta. So the question is, find out the area of the surface of the revolution formed by revolving the curve. The curve is this, r is equal to 2a cos theta about the initial line. It is clear. This is the equation of a circle. You can substitute the value. We know that what is the r? R is x square plus y square root, that is 2a. Cos theta is x over r. And you all know what is r again. This is x square plus y square. This is 2a x over x square plus y square. So ultimately, this is the equation of a circle in polar. You just see when you multiply it with this, x square plus y square minus 2ax equal to 0. So we should have x minus 2a whole square. It means 4a square will be subtracted from this. So y square is equal to 4a square. This will be the equation. I have adjusted this term. Sorry, here should be a square. It should also be a square. So this is the formula of the equation of a circle with center A0 and radius A. Now you can plot the curve also. If the center is A0, so this is x-axis and this is y-axis. Suppose this point is A0, this one. So it means the curve will be like this. So this is the curve we have, and at this point theta is 0, and at this point theta is pi by 2. We all know. And this point is named as A point, and this is the center point P with the center A0, and radius is A. You can see. Now you have to revolve it accordingly. But the question is, we have to apply this formula for finding out the surface area. And the formula is A for area, that is 2 pi integral y ds, and theta should varies from, according to that, theta varies from 0 to pi by 2. And accordingly, we need to write down like this, ds over d theta into d theta, because we have to integrate it with respect to theta. And we all know the polar equations of a circle are for x is equal to r cos theta and y is equal to r sin theta. These are the polar equations. These are standard. So you can put the value of y, that is r sin theta, and find out the value of ds over d theta. So let us compute the value of ds over d theta by using this formula. This is the formula we need to use for computing ds over d theta. Let us use here. So the formula for computing ds over d theta is equal to r square plus dr over d theta whole square. And this is the formula we have. Now we can put the value. What is the r? R is given to us. You just see the equation. Given equation is r is equal to 2a cos theta. So its square will be there. Because it was given to us, r is equal to 2a cos theta. Now integrate r with respect to theta. It come out to be minus 2a sin theta. So you can substitute the values now. That is minus 2a sin theta whole square. And it is clear. That is cos square plus a sin square. It come out to be 1. And the total value will come out to be 2 square 4, and a square is a square. So ultimately it come out to be 2a. And you can put the value, that is 2a into d theta. And now again 2 pi, use the value of r also. This is r, this is 2a cos of theta into sine of theta into 2a into d theta within the limits 0 to pi by 2. Now it's easy. 2 is 4, 4 2s are 8. So 8 pi, sorry, 1 or 2 can be taken inside. So this is a 4 pi a square, and the formula will be used because this is the formula of 2 sine theta cos theta. So the formula is a sine 2 theta d theta. So 1 2 will be kept inside, and it can be integrated now. Integration of sine is minus cos 2 theta over 2, and substitute the limits 0 to pi by 2. Now this 2 can be cancelled with this, minus can be taken out, minus 2 pi a square cos 2 into theta. Theta is pi by 2, so it come out to be cos pi, and cos pi is minus 1, minus lower limit cos of 0 is minus 1. Ultimately, this is a 4 pi a square. So this is the required surface area for this curve. So by this procedure, you will be able to find out the surface area. So these are the two important types, parametric form and polar form, for finding out the surface area of the solid of a revolution. So I think it's clear now. And one more question. I will just guide you. You will complete it at home. The question is, find the surface area of the solid generated by revolving one complete arc of the cycloid. This is the equation of a cycloid, and this is a standard equation: A into theta minus sine theta. This is the value of x, and this is the value of y. You can name it as equation number 1. And cycloid mean, what will be the shape of this curve? The curve will be like this. It will make semicircles above the horizontal axis. So this is the shape of this curve. And the first part is you have to revolve. For finding out the surface area, you have to revolve it about x-axis. Clearly, x-axis is horizontal axis. So you have to revolve it about the horizontal axis. And required surface area will be, required surface area is integration 2 pi y ds is there. You know the formula of this 2 pi y ds, but here the xy are given in terms of a and theta. So you can convert it into theta like this. Means to say you can integrate it with respect to theta. So this is the meaning. And one more thing, the value of y is there. Now you just need to find out ds over d theta. And the formula for calculating ds over d theta is discussed earlier, I think so. That is a dx over d theta whole square plus dy over d theta whole square. So you will calculate ds over d theta by this formula. Derivative of x with respect to theta, and derivative of y, this y, with respect to theta will be substituted here. So you can substitute the values here and find out ds over d. Now the question, theta varies from 0 to 360 because it will complete. First part is complete about x-axis. Now the second part is important. Also, you will complete it. This is your first part. The second part, you have to find out the surface area of this same curve cycloid when you revolve it about the line y is equal to 2a. Now, this is the line given to us. This is the line y is equal to 2a. It means this point is 0 and 2a. Remember? So if this is y is equal to 2a, so this is the equation of a line. Now you can find out the surface area. So required area is 2 pi. The formula is you need to find out the value of y quadrant, and this will be your y quadrant like this. Like this. This is the point we have, and this will be 2a minus y. So you can use in place of y, that is 2a minus y into ds. This is the formula. And for ds, we can write down ds over d theta into d theta because the curves are in terms of theta. Now you can substitute the value of y and ds theta from this and get the answer by integrating it. So again, the limits of integration will be 0 to 2 pi. So by integrating these two integrals, you can find out, or you will be able to find out the required surfaces areas of the given cycloid. So this is all about for finding out the surface area of the curve. Now I will ask question. If you have any doubt or any problem, you can ask. And you will complete this question at home.